So we're back in the kitchen. Just gonna be making a little dinner while I do this. You might be asking yourself, what is this? Good question. Very good question. This is another one of my... I realized I haven't done a rant in a while, and I had the urge to do one today. Not about anything that particularly happened today, it's just kind of something... Why is my hair always a fucking mess? I need a haircut. But, it's just something that's been on my mind for a while. And, you know, normally Saturdays I relax, and I am relaxing. I've had a pretty good day. I'm still having trouble sleeping, but, you know, what are you going to do? But, you know, it's been a relatively nice day. I don't really have anything to do, but, you know, I still managed to go outside and, you know, I went for a little walk for a little while. When the weather gets warmer, I like to do that, you know, get out and fucking at least see the world. Get a little exercise, get a little bit of fresh air, some sunlight. It's a beautiful day today. It's the first beautiful day we've had in fucking, you know, over a week. So I figured why not. But regardless, something's been on my mind with, you know, all my recent bout of fucking solitude lately. Motherfucker. What am I ranting about? Exactly. Get to the fucking point, Matt. My rant is about people. Particularly socializing with them. People can kind of suck. I'm including myself in that estimation too. I'll get to that. But there are just sometimes when I think about it, about how alone I am and about how much, you know, it's not like all my reasons for not socializing are just my own personal fucking... Well, I mean, I guess they are. I mean, it's my reasons for not wanting to go hang around with people, but it's not just about my personal psychological hang-ups or my own insecurity. Sometimes people are just annoying. Or even boring, you know? I mean, sometimes I've had people like, you want to come hang out? Like, you remember that shit if you're younger. And it's just like, okay, and do what? You know, if you're going over to somebody's house or, you know, just hanging out with people can be an effort to me. And if I'm going to make that kind of effort, it's like, is there a reason we're doing this? But you'll have a lot of people that just want to sit around and do nothing. It's like, well, I can sit around and do nothing at home. It's very similar to my complaints with my job, how I was doing nothing at a particular job. It's like, well, I can do that at home. It's similar hanging out. Like, that can be kind of work to me. Going over to wherever they are, you know, making myself presentable. Just the act of hanging out, if you do have social anxiety like me, can be an issue. So it can feel like work, at least to a degree. Especially if you're not having that good of a time. So if we're not doing anything, I'm not having a good time. All I'm thinking about is how I want to leave. But then I have to think about, well, how do I leave where I'm polite, where I'm not being rude to this person, because I still consider them a friend. But it's like, I think this is how I end up burning relationships so much, is, you know, I'm kind of a dick, I guess. But it's like, I don't know. Am I really that big of a dick? Are these complaints that unjustifiable? But then I also think, you know, what if people think the same thing about me? What if they see me as boring? What if they see me as, you know, someone who's not worth hanging around with? And I'm sure that's happened quite a bit. You know, I'm looking to other people to fucking entertain me. What kind of dick does this make me? You know, this is the kind of shit I think about. This is what leads to my fucking anxiety. Yeah. It's funny, when I think about things like this, I think about a line, I think about a quote from a French philosopher named Jean-Paul Sartre or something like that. I don't know, he's got a complicated name. I just looked up what his name was. So don't think I'm like really smart or anything, because I just, looked up the quote and to see who fucking said it so I could say it in this video. I didn't even have to say it at all. I don't know why I was trying to sound smart. But yeah, this guy, Jean-Paul Sartre, something like that, he has a pretty famous quote that goes, hell is other people. Which is kind of a fucking anthem for introverts like me. Though, from what I understand, I learned not too long ago that it's kind of often misinterpreted. And I even often misinterpreted myself when I first heard it, because when you hear it, it sounds like it's more just like a criticism of people, like what I'm doing right now. But that's not really what it is. Although people do suck, like I said. What the quote really means is hell is other people, because in being around other people, it kind of shows you who you are. When you're alone, you can kind of create in your own mind. Your reality is just based around you. So you are who you see yourself as. But when you're around other people, the way they treat you, the way they interact with you, it tells you how they see you. And it might not reflect exactly what you think you are. How other people see you might give you a new way about how you're viewed by the world. And that's who you are too. Like you can't just say I am who I am because that's who I think I am. Other people you interact with the world and other people get to have an opinion about you. And that does matter. Now they can be wrong, they can be dicks, but there is a reason why they think of you the way they think of you. And your actions have something to do with that. And if people want nothing to do with you, you might have to start wondering, like, well, what is wrong with me? I mean, you can't, if you have weird social anxiety issues, you might actually need people's help in fixing your problems. But you can't just expect people to put up with you if you're a pain in the ass. I don't know. What is this rant about? Exactly. Well, like I said, it's about people. But it's about me too, because I'm a person. It's about my fucking flaws and my anxiety, and I'm the person I deal with the most. It's like, if I don't like me, how can I expect other people to like me? I just feel so empty inside, and this is why I have such a hard time interacting with other people. And then on top of that, I feel like if I don't like reaching out to other people because I feel like, well, maybe I'm bothering them, and I don't want to bother other people. But it's like, but then if you don't reach out, people are like, I wonder, do people think I just don't like them at all, and that's why I'm not reaching out to them? If you're saying to yourself right now, this kind of sounds a little bit like cowardice, you're right. A lot of what my questions are in my head has a lot to do with fucking cowardice. And I mean, I've always been something of a coward. But it's not just cowardice. Like I said, I'm kind of empty inside, so there is a lot of, it's not just complete cowardice, but there's also a lot of, I don't give a fuck inside of me. And that's the problem. I don't give a fuck until I give a fuck. And then when I give a fuck, all of a sudden it's a big fucking problem. I don't know what to do. I don't know what kind of person I am or who to be. And then what I just think about is like, these are questions I should have asked a long time. I mean, here's the thing. These aren't new questions. These are questions I asked a long time ago, but I didn't come up with answers then, and I just figured I'd come up with answers later. That these are like a personal journey thing that I just figure out. Because everybody just makes it sound like that if you just fucking live, you'll figure shit out as you go. That's how life is presented. But nobody tells you what to do if you can't figure shit out. Then you gotta hope that somebody just helps you, or hope that you have the resources to fucking get people to like hire people to help you or get people to help you. But that doesn't necessarily come either. And then you're just like, well, if this is the system that we design and we're all just comfortable with, everybody's a fucking asshole. And then you're back right where you started, with people are just dicks. Because people are just dicks. Even the most well-meaning of people are dicks. Nobody's a fucking angel. We're people, not saints. Not even the people who are saints are saints. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has fucking issues. But if I want a benefit of the doubt, shouldn't I be willing to give it to other people? Like, that is one of those simple things, is like, treat others the way you want to be treated. Not to get biblical, but, you know, that's what Jesus said. Do unto others as if you would have them do unto you. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And if they don't treat you the way you're treating them, if you're treating them right, then they're a fucking asshole, and then you can stay away from them. But it's not always about being an asshole. Like I said, sometimes people are just boring. Sometimes you can dislike a person and not even have a good reason why. There's just something about them that rubs you the wrong way. And I guess that makes you the asshole, but at the same time, do you put that aside to make yourself seem like a good person? Do you spend your life living uncomfortably with people you don't want to be around? Because you know, because you're trying to convince yourself that you're a better human being than you really are. Is that what you want to do? I don't think that's what I want to do. But then I find myself completely isolated with almost no one to talk to. Ever. It's like, is what I want to do serving me very well? Like, who's the biggest problem in my life? Because right now, it kind of seems like it's me. guess that really is the way to focus. I mean, you don't want to give into self-hate, but maybe sometimes self-hate is a good thing. You know, we say hate is bad, but you can hate things for a good reason. The amount of damage I've done to my life, the amount of care I haven't given to my own life when it's solely my responsibility. Why shouldn't I hate myself for that? If anyone else had fucked with my life the way I fucked with my life, I would hate them. And I'd have fantastic reason to do so. But this was to be a rant. Now it's more like a depression thing. I'm going to stick it as a rant. Fuck it. Like I said, this is a rant about people. I'm a person, including myself, so there's no reason I shouldn't rant about myself. But, you know, sometimes I just can't figure out what it is I'm supposed to do. I can't figure out how to react to people properly. I've just never been able to do so very well. And, you know, look what it's done to me. I mean, in a way, you could argue my inability to interact with other people properly is what cost me my most recent fucking job. That's bad. You know? That's real bad. But this is what I've done to myself. This is what I continually do to myself. I just find myself so beaten by life so easily. It brings me back to cowardice and weakness. I don't want to say I'm the worst person I know, but I'm certainly not the best. It's like, I really don't owe myself any fucking reprieve. Sorry if I'm distracted. I'm in the middle of cooking dinner, as you can see. I don't know. Hell is other people. Hell is other people. But hell is people in general. So you can be in hell completely alone because you're a person and you're putting yourself through hell. Like, if you have a bad opinion of yourself, you certainly don't need other people to be in hell. You can provide your hell of your own damn making. Trust me on that. So, yeah. I don't know. Just felt I'd do a little afternoon rant about nothing in general. Maybe I should do more of those. I have a tendency to just complain about nothing in particular, or to myself like a maniac. So maybe if I do it to a video that I put online, I won't seem quite as much like a maniac. Or maybe I'll seem like more of a maniac. I don't know. But, yeah. I gotta stop making these so damn long. They're too damn long. I don't know. People suck. I suck. People don't suck that bad, though. Maybe I should start trying to convince myself that I don't suck that bad. Maybe that would help me. If I could actually accomplish that. Something to work on. Till next time.